What's goody, Dreamer Gang? It's your boy Izzy back at it again. After my morning readings, this would be my second video journal entry. So today we coming out of Exodus 4 and 5, and also the third law of power. And just for anybody, I'm not preaching at y'all. I'm just giving my interpretation, because they always tell you read it for yourself and then be mad when you got a different interpretation, right? So that's what I'm on today. I'm just interpreting for myself. And just hopping right into it, Exodus 4 and 5 was mainly about God laying out a plan for Moses to lead his people out of Egypt, but it seemed like God's plan kept backfiring. Because, like, every time Moses would go and talk to the Pharaoh or whatever and be like, I need you to, God said do this, God said do that, he'd be like, whatever, like, get out of here. And then he would make it harder on the Israelites. Like, he would be like, oh, you got to make the same amount of bricks, but I'm not going to give you the materials. You got to go find them and still make the same amount of bricks, still meet your quota or whatever. And the Israelites got tired of it, and eventually they was looking at Moses like, bro, can you just stop? Can you just stop? Because you're making it weird. So Moses is looking at God like, well, you told me to do this, and I'm trying to go with what you say, but at the same time, they are kind of in a worse predicament since I tried to help. And part of, I think, Moses' problem in this first part, at least, I haven't gotten past chapter 5, but at least in this first part, is that, like, he doesn't believe in the details. Like, he doesn't believe in the power of the Holy Spirit inside of him. Like, maybe he has faith in God and all that. but as far as actually having faith in himself to go get it done, he lacks that. And the fact that I don't think he acknowledges the Holy Spirit inside of him as a concept the way he acknowledges God in heaven as a concept, if you get what I'm trying to say. Like, the power in him, like, he has that. It's in him. He can do it. And God is telling him, like, you can do it. You just don't believe. So now he's, like, in between, like, a rock and a hard place. So that I took this, like, people jump on bandwagons after the bandwagon is already rolling, right? So before Mahomes, virtually no one was on the Chiefs. I mean, no one was a Kansas City fan outside of Kansas City. Like, no one was a Chiefs fan. And part of, like I said, why Moses fails, because he didn't believe in himself. Especially by the end of chapter 5. If you have full faith in God, then you must have full faith in your own ability because of the Holy Spirit inside you, like I said before. If you truly believe your actions are God's will, then you should believe that God has prepared you with the tools to complete whatever your task is. So it's like, he's not gonna set you up for failure. The energy, the universe, God, your purpose, you have your purpose because you have the tools to get it done. You're the one that can do it. That's why that's your purpose, not mine, not anyone else's. Same vice. That's why my purpose is my purpose, not anyone else's, because I'm the one with the tools inside me to get it done. Next, part of not doubting God, like, you can't believe in God in heaven as a concept if you don't believe in the God, the universal energy, the Holy Spirit, whatever you want to call it, inside of yourself. Because the same energy that is God is the same energy that created the earth, is the same energy that he pulled the dirt from to make a man. If you give him, it's the same energy. It's just God God up there, how we think of it, I'm just trying to make it simple for people to understand, is omnipotent, right? So he sees everything. We only see from our human perspective and what our five senses allow us to put together. Once you're confident, it doesn't matter how many times you are deterred or how many people are not willing to follow you, because you won't be able to take your attention off of your goal, because internally you know you can do it, and you also know that that's what you want more than anything. So even if you wanted to stop, you can't. Just like, I know I can do this and I really want to, so why am I not? You can't control how others feel, but you can prove points to them by the work you put in, and you'll find after a while you've made more progress than your doubters said was possible. But no one will believe you until you prove it with your own actions. So have confidence in yourself that your doubters will always eventually be proven incorrect. That you will eventually be proven correct and your doubters will be incorrect. So what I really took from that chapter is just Moses did not believe in himself at all, and I can't relate. I can't relate. Yeah, because I feel like whatever my purpose is, like I said, I'm equipped with the tools already. And then, going into what I read in the Third Law of Power, it was really on some like military general strategy type stuff this morning. Like, it's about like concealing your intentions. Concealing your intentions to get your real goal done, or like a lot of deception, really. A lot of deception. Don't let the enemy see you as an enemy until he is dead. He never even knew war had been declared. So I interpreted this chapter as like, when you have a goal or you really have a mission, you gotta have like that assassin mindset about it. Like, this is what I gotta do, and at the end of the day, these are the obstacles blocking it. And so you set up your traps, you set up your deception, you set up everything around it so that no one can find out what you're trying to do until it's done, so no one can try to stop you. I think that's basically the premise of this third law. That's what I got from it. For example, back to my Naruto examples. Itachi tried to Itachi did not make Sasuke aware of the truth of what actually happened, with his clan, with the village and the whole thing. Because he feared how Sasuke would have handled it. So he played into the villain role so that Sasuke would want to kill him. So by Sasuke wanting to kill his brother, who he knew was way stronger than him, it motivated him to train harder than he ever would have. That was the only thing Sasuke wanted in life, was to avenge his clan at a certain point. And then eventually, Itachi was able to die with the confidence that Sasuke could protect himself in the mess of a world that would be left behind when Itachi dies. Which was really his goal from the beginning, is just to make sure his brother was safe. Get what I'm saying? So he had to lie to his own brother to protect him. So yeah. In the case of Moses, I feel like he should have done just so I can like put the 48 laws of power and what I've been reading together. I don't know why I feel the need to, but I feel like every morning it's like a general overall consensus. I feel like Moses should have really went at Pharaoh more confidently if if he would have had a different plan, I feel like he could have been more confident in it. Because his plan was to straight up just go in there and be like, let my people go. Like, his intentions revealed immediately. Like, right? So, it's just funny because with the knowledge that I have from reading this, it's like, dang, that was a L from get-go. So, like, it kind of makes sense that Pharaoh was like, nah, matter of fact, y'all finna work even harder. Like, so, it was just a L. The whole plan was just a L, if you ask me. I feel like, I'm not saying my plan that little plan that I came up with would have been perfect, but I feel like it would have been better. They wouldn't have been yeah. So I feel like Moses should have played into Pharaoh's ego. Pharaoh thinks very highly of himself. So if he would have came to him with something like, while I've been gone, God has been trying to tell me that he's trying to talk to you, but that you have been unable to hear him. And so something like that, right? So that you've been unable to hear him. And so God's trying to tell you how to take your empire, your country, try to take Egypt to the next level, right? Because people in power are always looking for more power, right? So now he sends Pharaoh off with like Aaron to wherever. Like, they could have made up a place. God spoke to me in the middle of the forest on this place. So they're gone. Pharaoh's gone for a couple days, and it says in the beginning that the Israelites were beginning to outgrow the Egyptians anyways in number, and also in strength, because they're working all the time. So each individual Israelite is probably stronger than each individual Egyptian. Get what I'm saying? So they can win their 1v1s basically. With Pharaoh gone, Egypt really has, the head of the snake is gone. So the person that everyone is going to for orders, that trickle all the way down, is not here. He's not able to be contacted for days because he's gone to talk to God about how to make Egypt stronger. I'm sorry, it was a bug. So that when he returned, Moses could have already led either an attack or an escape, or a combination where they just attack enough to escape, right? But by the time Pharaoh gets back, they're gone and his nation is toppled. Now the Israelites can go do whatever they need to. It's on some Pharaoh didn't know war had been declared until he had lost already. And that's really all I have for today. Like, I'm trying to come to like a concluding statement of like, okay, the title I put at the top of my notes was "No one will believe you until you prove it." But maybe they shouldn't, right? Maybe they shouldn't. But when you plan for disbelief, or when you plan for deception because you are deceiving people yourself, when you plan for disbelief, you can manipulate that situation to still get your desired outcome and progress towards your goal, right? In my case, I'm just really relating myself to Moses because I feel the need to, I don't know what I'm talking about anymore at this point. No one will believe you until you prove it. And that's my video journal for today. I'll see y'all again tomorrow. Hopefully I get better at this every day. Dreamer Gang.